My love for Animal Crossing has carried through from every entry in the series. Yes, even Amiibo Festival, and we'll get to that one in due time.
It's time to do. You already know how much I love Animal Crossing, but I won't deny it's definitely a strange game to try and adapt. In terms of gameplay, there really isn't much room for expansion, which I guess is the case for a lot of sim games, Rune Factory probably being the most notable exception. Which is why it was so interesting that in 2015, Nintendo made 2 attempts to expand the Animal Crossing franchise outside of its cozy sim trappings. The first game, released in North America on September 25th, was Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, which essentially took the home design element from the main series games and built a whole game around it. And while it was definitely designed to be more linear than its main series inspiration, it was still grounded safely enough in familiar Animal Crossing gameplay to not feel like too far of a departure. In fact, the home design elements from Happy Home Designer would be implemented in later main series games. However, it was the game that came after that seemed to really divide people. And can you imagine that? An Animal Crossing game being divisive? That's almost as crazy as people being divided by a Paper Mario game and... No, wait. Released on November 13th of the same year, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival came out to a pretty widespread panning, with both critics and players criticizing it for being a blatant Amiibo cash grab and a failed attempt at Mario Party. But honestly, I've never felt like this was a fair analysis of Amiibo Festival, and it only really works if you overlook how the game was released and compare it to a completely different game in the genre. So, using my heightened ninja reflexes and encyclopedic intellect, let's take a look at why I think Amiibo Festival is a really good game. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival takes the form of a board game, and right away, I will not waste my time drawing comparisons to Mario Party, because Amiibo Festival isn't Mario Party, nor does it have to be. Players play through 1 calendar month with each round of turns equaling 1 day. The goal is to earn happy points, and as players traverse the board, they'll land on tiles that can reward or reduce happy points, bells, or both. Despite what you think you know, money can buy happiness in Amiibo Festival, as at the end of each game, every 1,000 bells gets converted into 1 happy point. The player with the most happy points wins the game. In proper Animal Crossing fashion, each week will have random visits from different characters on different days, which can provide players with opportunities for special events. Visits from Crazy Red allows players to purchase single-use cards, or visits from Katrina can earn players week-long tarot cards that can reward or reduce bells or happy points if players roll the number on the card. Furthermore, each month has related holidays, and players can earn bonuses for participating in Halloween, Christmas, Earth Day, or a variety of others. Outside of the holidays, each month has fishing tournaments and other Animal Crossing events that can earn players more happy points. The other key component in Amiibo Festival is Sao Jones Stock Market. Wait a minute. Sao Jones? Dow Jones? Oh, I just got that! Well done, Animal Crossing. Well done. Every Sunday, Joan shows up to sell her turnips. There's a bit of strategy and a lot of luck in this, as each week, base prices might be different, and once the stock market opens, each tile of the board has different prices for turnips. There's no telling when the market might spike or crash, so deciding when to sell becomes a delicate balance of chancing a dice roll for a better price, or selling when it's better safe than sorry. Amiibo Festival doesn't inherently have a competitive element, and I feel like that's very much in the theme of Animal Crossing. However, there are still small ways you can mess with other players. The aforementioned cards can greatly affect the board, turning every tile into a good or bad day, or causing stock market prices to fluctuate, so deciding to use them when it greatly affects you or hinders your opponents becomes part of the strategy. Additionally, landing on the same space as another player creates a random meeting event that can be detrimental or beneficial to both players, or in some very sweet cases, extremely beneficial to one player and vice versa. I find a lot of fun and humor can be had in actively rooting for your friends to land on bad spaces, even if you can't directly influence their demise. Although one of the stranger features in Amiibo Festival is the structure of its multiplayer. If you choose to play alone, the game automatically assigns 3 computers to play against. However, if you have a friend, you can play 1v1, and the game doesn't assign characters to fill the gap. Initially, I found it odd that the game didn't fill the other 2 player slots. However, upon repeat playthroughs, I think it's more odd that the game doesn't give you the option for less players when playing alone. Given Amiibo Festival's laid-back structure, it's definitely at its best when enjoyed with 1 or 2 people, and playing against 3 computers can definitely make the game feel like a slog. Then of course, there's the main shtick of the game, the Amiibos. Animal Crossing series Amiibos are required to play the game as they act as physical pieces to Amiibo Festival's board game structure. When the game was announced, I was worried that this would be a full-price game that was reliant on Amiibo support, forcing you to spend more money on the means to play the game. However, this was never and has never been the case, and it's exactly why I never understood why people called Amiibo Festival an Amiibo cash grab. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival launched at the same price as any other Wii U game, and came bundled with 2 Amiibos. And if that wasn't enough, you only need 1 to play, as any other player can play as a human villager if you don't have enough Amiibos. And to this day, Nintendo has never made the game available digitally, so the only way you could buy it ensured that you would have two of the things necessary to play it. I guess maybe if you bought the game used, then you would have to buy amiibos to play it, but it's really out of Nintendo's hands at that point. And one more thing, can we stop pretending that people didn't genuinely want amiibos? Am I living in some alternate reality where these things didn't immediately sell out the moment they were released? Amiibo cash grab. You wanted them as much as I did. Anyway, honestly, I thought I'd find the amiibo use kind of annoying, but there is a simple charm in touching an amiibo to the gamepad as if you're moving a piece on an actual game board. At the end of each game, EXP is stored on each amiibo, which can unlock different outfits for that character. Amiibo Festival is also compatible with the amiibo cards introduced in Happy Home Designer. These are mainly used for additional minigames outside of the main board game, which are actually pretty fun, especially during the Acorn Chase minigame as you frantically swap cards in the middle of a heated game of cat and mouse. But what I really like about Amiibo Festival is just how connected it feels to the Animal Crossing series. At the start, I said I wasn't going to compare Amiibo Festival to Mario Party, and rightly so. So many games have tried to copy Mario Party's formula to varying degrees of success, but rather than try to be Mario Party, Amiibo Festival tries to be an Animal Crossing themed board game, and succeeds in my opinion. Its non-competitive nature and slower pace is very much in line with Animal Crossing's go-with-the-flow, simplicity-of-life gameplay. The way minigames are relegated to the side make them feel like fun activities you can participate in outside of the day-to-day experience of the board game, much like traditional Animal Crossing. And while initially I was pretty underwhelmed by the game's single game board, this changed when I found out you could customize the board, adding structures and houses for other Animal Crossing characters via the amiibo cards, much like in New Leaf, which not only opens up new paths, but also adds more events for landing on spaces. Even small touches like how the music changes during rainy days makes it feel more like an Animal Crossing board game and less like a Mario Party clone with Animal Crossing skin. Honestly, I'll never understand why Amiibo Festival gets so much hate. I kinda get the idea that fans wanted a traditional Animal Crossing on the Wii U and this wasn't it, and I even get the idea that Mario Party established such a solid standard for video game board games that most gamers just expect them to be like it. But I've always felt that Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is an enjoyable board game that blends in the elements of the Animal Crossing series perfectly. While it's a bit slower and not as cutthroat as other board games, I've always had fun playing it, and I'm always happy to play it again. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival gets 4 Ninja Stars out of 5, and the official Ninja Seal of Approval. Well, thanks again for watching another Ninja review. If you like this video, let me know by hitting that like button, and definitely let me know what you're thinking in the comments. What do you think about Amiibo Festival? If you're new to the channel and you want to see more videos by an actual ninja, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. But for another Ninja review, this has been your Ninja Jordan. Goodbye.